Fluid and abstract nail art is really trending, so I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful watercolor effect with a blending technique. After you applied your base coat and cured it for 30 seconds, I'm going to paint half the nail with sun, sea, and sand in my pants. When you're creating nail art with a blending technique, you want to keep a very fluid motion. So as you can see, I'm not super precise with my placement of that yellow shade. Now I'm going to go in with Somewhere Over the Rainbow Mountains and repeat that same fluid stroke. And as you're working on your nail art, and if you run out of product, you can always flip the brush over and you don't have to dip it back in the bottle. And because we're going to add a second coat, we're going to leave this as is and cure for 30 seconds. So after you've cured for 30 seconds, with your second coat is where the true blending happens. So first I'm going to add a little bit more yellow right underneath the cuticle area. And we want to leave a little bit of excess product so that you have actual color to blend. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the nude toward the free edge. And I'm going to add a third color to add more dimension in the center of the nail. The whole point of this technique is to blend multiple colors together. So I'm going to wipe off some of that excess product and start blending. I'm just using a light stroke. And because this is gel color, you can keep blending until you get your desired effect. So now that I've laid my 3 colors, and because the yellow shade is more sheer, I'm going to use this bottle brush to start blending the shades. When you start blending, as you can see, I have a little bit of excess color on my brush. Super important that you wipe away any excess on a clean, lint-free table towel so that you don't muddle the colors as you keep working. Because if you overwork the blending, you'll start to get like some brown tones. You can be as fluid as you want with your strokes because we're creating a very abstract effect. And that's how you start to get sort of that watercolor feel. Once you're happy with your blending, make sure you wipe away your brush before you put it back in the bottle and then cure for 30 seconds. Once you complete your look, you want to seal the entire design with top coat. Cap the free edge and cure for 30 seconds. To complete the service, take a lint-free wipe saturated with alcohol and remove the inhibition layer. And that's how you create abstract nail art with a blending technique.